What's up, y'all? My birthday present finally showed up. That's right. What? What do you get for your birthday? What do you get for a guy that got has everything? You get him Batman, Robin, combo, custom, Hall of Justice with the Legion of Doom taking off in the picture right there. It's fantastic. What else am I gonna buy? I can't buy any more silver. What's up, silver? So silver! Hi ho! Maybe we're on to something. Maybe all these coins I've been buying and make some money finally. See these? These are my fave. Oh, you can't see it. There's got to be a better. Why does it always do that? Why can't I get it to show? Anyway, oh, there you go. It's called Welcome to Wall Street. It's a carnival, you know, barker juggling grenades and says pump and dump right on the coin. That's what got me. I was like, I need to own this. 2 ounces. They're pretty cool. Hard to flip, but I still like I like the classic. I got the classic bull and bear. These are the ones I got. I got that on my leg. But yeah, we're at 3-month highs. Another buck and a half. We could be at 6-month highs, and then just like anything else, it feeds on itself, and maybe we can buck this downward spiral that everything else is in. And by the way, the inflation hedge that silver and gold and obviously Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was supposed to provide turned out to be not right. As most people's predictions turn out to be not right. I think Bitcoin, again, if you give me 50% more down on the downside to my original price, I never thought we'd see Bitcoin back at 8,800. I bought at 8,800 on the way up. Because just like the stock market, if you get a stock that goes from 50 to 80, usually 80 gets you 120. 120 quite often gets you 150. 150 gets you into the twos. You get into the twos, chances are you're going to 350, then 5, and you got all that on Bitcoin. You even got up to what, 60 something? So on the way down, it was the same thing. Once it broke 50, I sold it at 50 and 43. Then 35, and now I got whatever I have left, and now I don't give a shit about it. So, if it goes to zero, whatever. I don't think it's going to zero, but if it breaks 16 and change, maybe you do get to 12 and then get to the 10. If you get to the 10, you go to 88. I'll buy more at 8,800, and that's about it. But the premise, which is, again, all this talk about Doggy Coin, and Elon. Once the momentum kicked in, look, I look like a Klingon, or more like a Romulan. Once momentum kicked in, that was awesome. You got from low 5 to 12, 13. You got 100% trade on a cryptocurrency or whatever you call these things. I don't know, they're shitcoin, altcoins. I don't know what the fuck they're called. Who cares? But worthless pieces of nothing. How about that? And your worthless piece of nothing doubles and you're not selling it? How? Especially if you were buying it was 6 cents for like a year, it seemed like. And then it popped 100%. But all the psychopaths online, oh, this is it. It's going to $1. No, it's not. And it never will. It never will. Again, it'd be nice to see it at $1. I'll make 10 grand if it hits $1. But if anybody's sitting there waiting for doggy coin to go to $1, you got a better chance of silver going to $60. At least I can play with my coins. Woo! What else did I buy? I bought a couple of 5-ounces. I bought the Tree of Life 5-ounce. I got some cool shark stuff. I bought some more shark coins. I just bought some bricks, I go to the shows, I buy bullets, I buy dice. I got some, private poured dice, which are pretty cool. Where's my little grab bag of stuff? So yeah, I mean, silver finally, right? We got a 3-month high out of it just yesterday. So if we could follow through, we might be in good shape here. Again, I'm not selling into it, but I'd rather see silver at 24, 25 than 11 or 16 bucks. I like this unique stuff, like, these like 5 ounces. I just like Egyptian looking stuff. The 5 ounces. Feels like I'd use it as a weapon if I had to. Freaking got some girth. I love bullets. I got all kinds of bullets I buy. I got 45s. I got 9mm. I buy all kind. I got, 5.5. Your classic bullets just made out of silver. I like the poured stuff. I like these things. Got some classic Morgans, of course. Everybody's got your Morgans. Where's my dice? Yeah, dice I buy all the time. Picked up some weird stuff I've never seen. Just, I look for rounds, cool rounds, just, trains and stagecoaches. Just, I usually buy anything with a skull on it, Just, keep buying and buying and buying. Inevitably, if we do rally, I got a couple of really nice Morgans classic, I got your classic, the Goodyear's high quality. But I've been buying in bulk, and every time I buy, I put $3,000 into it. I buy, $3,000 every couple of months. Shit adds up. You know what I like? I like the reissued ones. They reissued Morgans. These are not the classic reissued Morgans. Classic reissued Morgans. Those are the ones that you should get. Your first issue ones. Anyway, but yeah, silver finally. So about the stock market, yeah, man. Any of my new friends showing up? We are on pace to just dwarf. And again, not me. My days of having, I don't know. I can't. The other day, what I have? I was trying to play the bottom. It's funny. I take size when I'm trying to scalp, and they all keep backfiring. So I'm just not doing that anymore. Roblox today was fine in the morning. You know what trade we made the most money on today? UPST. Caught it right off the turn. It held 14. We got involved, got paid, pulls back, got involved, got paid, pulled back, got involved, got paid, pulled back, got involved, got paid. Finally, at around 10 o'clock, we had, when the options started to a little bit, again, they were illiquid on UPST. So you had to become the market maker. But if you really, I sat there on the bid on the 14s. I got done at 190 and 210. I banged them out at 240, 250, 290. Wasn't bad. They went up to go, I left some money on the table there, but the 15s as well, pretty sweet, and yeah, and the stock, of course. So UPST, just that's all I did today, pretty much. We're still waiting for Veru to come out of the halt. And again, I don't know what you feel about politics as your independent voice, as the independent party. I'm thinking I want to try to name my party. How about Party of the Just, Party of the Sane, Party of the Just? How about the compromise, fair and equal party? How about the party of compromise? Something. Independence played out. Because I am definitely not a Democrat, and I'm more of a conservative Republican than most people. And obviously that's conservative Republicans most conservative Republicans don't even know if they're conservative Republicans anymore because society is fucking crumbling, and what we thought we knew about anything has been destroyed. And that's why I think if it wasn't for the fact that I don't like most people, and most people probably wouldn't appreciate some of my policies and the way that I talk, I think if I got a larger enough platform, I could be president. But again, I don't care about anything else except that Herschel Walker doesn't win. That's all I need. You could have DeSantis, you could have, I never want Trump to be anywhere near politics ever again, but you could have anybody you want. Just please, not Herschel Walker. And please, not Dr. Oz. I mean, what an indictment on society, right? You got a stroke victim versus a snake oil salesman wannabe doctor. And this is not just this is not Congress. I mean, this isn't like uh, an assemblyman from the third district of some small town in Indiana. This is senators and governors. You got a psychopath woman who used to be a normal person and then she just went off the deep end. And again, if I get elected president, once we get over the fraud and all that, those accusations, I think that if you're an election denier without proof, you should be fined. I believe that we should make real policy change in this country. No one over 75 is allowed to be in politics. Nobody. Term limits. And election fraud should be punishable by real crime. Real crime, like right there with murder, because it's treason. If you're fucking with the election, it's borderline treason, which is punishable by death. Let's start killing people. And then we'll see if you vote twice. And by the way, I tried once, didn't work. I came back later. I said, no, that wasn't me. With a different hat on. I tried just to see what would happen. I couldn't vote twice. And I don't think my 2 votes would have changed anything. But again, if you're going to be an election denier, especially if you're screaming at it on television and you don't have real proof, I think you should be charged with a crime, because you can't scream fire in a movie theater. We all know that rule. And this is a regulated business. You're not allowed to scream fraud in the stock market without some sort of proof, because it's a borderline crime. It should be a crime in politics as well. You can't be screaming fraud. You can't be screaming fraud without proof, because that is detrimental to society growing. It's detrimental to society working. It's detrimental to the party of the sane and the just and people that actually do want to compromise and help other people. That's why independent thought needs to be addressed. We cannot have a 2-party system anymore. It doesn't work. It's awful. Stroke victims versus fake doctors. And as your leader, I will ask for just a few things, prerequisites. You guys want to be a cop? You got to go to school. You got to learn how to be a cop. You got to go to the academy. You got to train. And then you could be a cop. You don't become a lieutenant right away, right? You're a grunt. You got to learn the ropes. When you go to school, you can't just take chemistry 601. You got to take intro to chemistry, intro, basic chemistry, chem 101, and then you build from there. And then maybe you become a scientist. The fact that every fucking psychopath now, and look, I don't know Herschel Walker personally. I could just base it on what he said. Look, I went to Frontier Town also. Remember Frontier Town in Pennsylvania? We all pretended we were Wyatt Earp. We put on hats. We had fake guns. They take a picture of you. You got your wanted poster. You got your badge. You had the good guys and the bad guys. I still got my poster from Frontierland. Doesn't make me a fucking cop. Now, I understand he's got his slang to him, and this is not a racist comment. Does anybody think this is an intelligent person? You ever see him on The Apprentice? You ever hear him talk full sentences? I'm just basing on what I could base it on, and it's not doctored. I'm just listening to his campaign speech. I'm like, what are you talking about? And on that note, they all suck. It's like, that's another thing. Anytime somebody, well, then if you don't like Herschel, what do you think? I mean, but Biden, yeah, fuck him too. Right? Biden's going to run for president again. He's 109. No, go away. Go away. We can't have, especially down in the South, 82-year-old ex-Klan members as part of our functioning society anymore. Go away. You had your time. But the thing is, nobody that has passion and exuberance to help others, they're met with such vitriol and awfulness that they realize, like me, I'm realizing I might not be good. I would be a good candidate. I would be a good candidate. I have centralized views. I'm not extreme on any side, except for, again, limiting freedom of speech. That's where I lose a few people, but I don't think Nazis have the right to speak in this country. There was a war fought. You lost, you got to go. You don't have a right to gather. You don't have a right to march. And if you want to march, I think we should have the right to come bear arms and fight it out in the streets. I really think that. I think if Nazis are going to walk around the streets in this country, wait a minute, we fought a war. They're here. If this was World War II and you saw a bunch of Nazis walking down the street, what would you do? You'd take out your firearms and you would kill them. I don't think anything's changed. And I mean that. Because if you're going to parade around spewing hate, the army of the just will be there to put you down. And I have this debate quite often. Who am I to say who the bad people are? I know who the bad people are. Put the armband on. Wear the Auschwitz t-shirts. Put the hood on, and we know now who the bad people are. But they hide in the shadows. But they're coming out of the shadows now. And that could be a good thing. I'm glad they think they have a voice. Because show up. And then when the army of the just, who are the majority, right? Remember, the army of the just and the sane and the people that are ready to compromise, we outnumber everybody. But we need to gather. We need to gather and show the criminals and the hate mongers that there are more than us. There are more of us. And peace, love, and understanding could triumph. But the people with the psychotic views always scream louder than the army of the just. Put me in charge. The army of the just, our voices will never, ever be shouted over because there's more of us. And we won't be silenced because we're in the right. The army of the just and the kind and the compromise and the fair. And who am I to say? Majority will say. Because when you hear what I have to say and you hear my policies and you hear what I want to do to this country and what I want to do and how I want to help, you'll say, you know what? Some of your views are a little bit outlandish and that freedom of speech thing is kind of wishy-washy, but most of your policies are sound and just. I'll vote for you. I'm not going to get 100% on the same side as me. Some people don't like guns, right? I love guns. I'm strapped at every second. I got one right here. I'm prepared. I'm all for guns, but I'm also for limitations and restrictions on guns. I want fair compromise and a balanced decision that'll be everybody will have to compromise. Like a gun owner, I'm willing, right? I'm willing. If I want to buy a new pistol, there's one requirement. Well, the background checks and the license, of course, right? But if I asked you to take a 15-minute, let's call it a 15-minute tutorial with every new gun you buy, I think that's awesome. And I think that would help weed out just a little bit some of the psychopaths from getting some guns. I know it's not going to stop anybody. Let's not be delusional. But the next time there's a mass shooting, enough with the protests and the rallies and the thoughts and prayers. Enough. Let's make real change. I'm all for having armed guards at the school. Some people are all crazy about that. Why not? One guy who walks around the school, one guy making sure all the doors are closed, one guy. The school's not so big. One guy walking around, making sure the doors are locked, making sure the doors are locked, making sure the doors are locked. You can't go walking into my kid's high school. They don't even let you in the front door. You got to go to the door, hit a buzzer. You got to do an interview just to go, bring your kid the book that he forgot. That's good. But what we need to rule out in this country is ignorance. The internet is a bad thing because it gives the voice to the ignorant, and they have nothing else to do with their lives but spread the ignorance because they want to feel smart. If I can convince two people about the ignorant shit that I'm thinking, I don't feel so stupid anymore. But what's stupid and what's the worst about the ignorant, right, is that they don't realize how dumb they are, and that's scary. And you can't convince somebody if it's their belief. If they believe what they think is right, statistics don't matter, truth doesn't matter, nothing matters. But that's where repetition comes in. These people are susceptible to the media influence. If I get on TV and I repeat the truth over and over and over again, like the lies are repeated, inevitably they're like, damn, I maybe that's the truth. He has said it 100 times because repetition sells. Repetition sells. Repetition makes you think things. Man, the guy keeps saying the same thing. Maybe it's true. And that's what happens. You give me a big enough platform. Not only could I be senator, but I'd be the best president ever. I love guns. I love closed borders. I don't want any immigration to this country whatsoever. I just sold you right there, right? I love guns, closed borders. Woo! Right? But I'm going to lose some people with my limitations on freedom of speech. I don't think anybody's really wants to argue with me about it. So you want to give the haters and killers who want to cause harm free speech? Is that what you want to do? It is a free country. No, it's not. It's not. If you're going to preach hate, you've lost your freedom. Is that too hard to understand where I'm coming from? Some people don't get it. Who are you to judge? Who am I to judge? I wake up in the morning and I think to help people. Other people wake up in the morning looking to hurt people. Those are the people that don't get any rights. Right? And if you mention voter fraud without proof, you're going to jail. You need proof. No more frivolous lawsuits, no more bullshit. I'm telling you, man, I could change everything. And I will you want to talk about draining the swamp? I will expose every hypocrite in this world. Any politician that says one thing and they do something else are fired. You're fired. You told us that this is what you represent and this is what you believe and this is how you were going to vote. Here's what you really did. Now you're fired. It's a simple policy. No hypocrisy. No hypocrisy. No hypocrisy. It's punishable now with real repercussions and consequences, right? Fantastic, right? That's all I'm asking. Just have some sanity come back in. Just a little bit of sanity will go a long way. And coming from me, a lot of people think I'm insane. Just because I'm outspoken and I like to have a good time and I'm hooting and hollering and telling jokes and I look stupid, I'm the sanest one of all of them. I'm right smack dab in the middle, man. Just trying to stay away from the ignorance and the awfulness. And man, considering I'm on the internet all the time, whew. But I got policies, I got things that I think would help. Not everyone's going to like it, but I think I could get the majority. And imagine that. Imagine having 80% of the people of this country believing in one way, we would change the world. You got 48, 48, and then you got the fringe. What the fuck are they thinking? I don't know anyway. Get rid of lobbyists. Yep. I wouldn't have to be bowing to anybody. I'm an independent. Grassroots candidate. We would no longer be police of the world. It's enough. We have a hard time enough policing ourselves. And speaking of the police, I'll show you what law and order looks like. You want to know what I'm going to start with? If you mention the phrase defund the police, when you call 911, suddenly it doesn't work on your phone anymore. You have reached a non-working number. Next time, don't mention defunding the police. Have a nice day. That's what you get. If you mention defund the police, you lose your rights. Simple. You call 911, nobody's there. That's what you want, right? Defund the police. And now go fuck yourself. And if you spit on a cop, you're getting punched in the face. If you yell at a cop, we're gonna go. If you yell at a cop, we're coming.
Yeah, you feel like yelling? Let me show you what yelling is about, honey. Yeah, now go the fuck back in your house and teach your kids some manners.
I'll show you respect. There'll be respect for the authority. I know there's always bad apples and it ruins it for the big bunch, but you got to understand it's a minority. Cops that want to be cops, you think they wake up and you want to be a cop, you have a massive desire to help people. Not a lot of cops thinking, hey, I could become a cop so I can go beat up some black people and be corrupt. I'm sure there are people that do say that, right? I'm sure they're out there. That's what makes it bad. But you got to understand the majority don't. But the media makes it seem like, what? They're all that way, right? And you got to watch these fucking TikTok videos. Oh, I don't need to show you my ID, sir. Oh, I'm not doing anything. Yeah, but you're on private property harassing people with cameras. Yeah, but I'm allowed to do this. And they got the camera in the cop's face. Ooh. I wish I could be there for that moment to shove a camera right up that fucking guy's in his face. Well, I'm here right now with a camera to harass you. How do you like it? Now I'm going to follow your ass home. And when you call that cop to come protect you from me, I'm going to be right up there in your fucking face. How do you like it? Here's the fucking camera. How do you like it? I fucking hate those people. Always trying to catch cops that are just trying to do their job in a bad situation. Give me a fucking break. You put a camera in somebody's face, they're not going to act right. Nobody wants a camera in their face. Anyway, vote Glick. Anyway, the reason I came on today, right, is that this is the kind of day, right? You do well in the beginning of the day, and then what the hell do you do all day? This is what I do all day. I stew about what I could help people do. Society, or want to get into politics, make some money, help people make money. My grassroots will be the greatest. I'll get 10,000 of you guys. We'll all be making money trading. You kick some back to me for the fund, and then I freaking run the shit. By the way, if I do get inside information, I'll tell everybody about it. If I know there's a solar contract that's in the works between two companies and I know who's going to get the contract, I'll tell you, and we'll all buy options. Right? Then I'm not corrupt. If I use the inside information to spread it and we all make money, right? You know, it's not illegal. I mean, there's borderline, it's a gray area in politics. Some politicians are allowed, it's frowned upon, but it's not illegal. You believe that? Frowned upon. You know the saying about corruption, right? Huh. I know this contract's going to be awarded to this corporation in 3 days, which should make the stock jump 20%. Oh, I could buy an out of the money call next week for 12 cents. That could be worth $5. Sure, you're not going to do it. Yeah. I'm calling everybody I know. Oh, yeah, that 12 cents. Yeah, you put, I don't know, put $1,200. You know what? Put $2,000 on it. It'll be worth 50 large by Friday. Yeah, yeah. Shh. Yeah, I didn't make this phone call. You know that goes on. But I'd be proud of it. I wouldn't hide it. Get everybody involved, right? It's unlimited supply options. Let's all load up. I'll hook you guys up, man. I'll hook you guys up. And then we'll all live happily ever after. I got policies. I just don't know about the healthcare. Healthcare is going to be a difficult one. You know why? Because everybody wants the best. But if you want universal healthcare, you know how much compromise would be needed? It's easy if there was compromise. But you know who's not going to compromise? The rich guy who doesn't need the insurance. He's going to go to his exclusive doctor. But you know what? I think for the majority of people who compromise and they're willing to wait a little bit to see the doctor, I got a plan that kind of might work. It might work, but it takes a lot to compromise with healthcare. But I certainly would have every drug would be generic. We wouldn't be having those outlandish drug costs. And I would try to cut down on fraud and Medicare fraud because there's so much fraud that goes on that other companies need to compensate for the fraud. And that's why the prices are high. But that's where the consequences come in. If we could cut down on fraud, and how do you cut down on fraud? Make it hurt. If they're just getting fined $12 million because they tried to do some fraudulent bullshit, $12 million might not be anything. Yeah, here you go. Keeps me out of jail. Here's your 12 million. I'll go commit fraud 4 or 5 years from now again, and I'll probably get away with it because I learned how to do it now. But if Mr. Fraudster was going to get his ass kicked like me, imagine me in jail. I'd be a Nazi bitch. I'd be a Nazi's bitch within 20 minutes. I'd have a swastika carved into my head and my ass. I'd be getting my fucking ass kicked. I'd probably wind up, going in for some sort of like white collar crime, coming out a hardened criminal with freaking tattoos around my head. But if bankers knew they were going to get ass raped in 2009, maybe they wouldn't have crashed the banking system. Maybe they wouldn't have duped everybody into believing. But really, it was not only just the bankers. You know what? It was the S&P. If we can get those rubber stamp scumbags who got away with the biggest crime, they're the ones. The real crime was the perpetrator, the inventor of the crime couldn't have helped if they weren't stamped by the S&P rating agencies who were paid off by the bankers. And who got caught holding the bill? We did. We didn't get bailed out, right? They did. Not only did they not go in jail, they made money. Nobody should forget what happened in 2009. We were all robbed, and the criminals got away with it. What is it, 20 years status of limitations? Too bad I can't go back. So if I can become president in 2028, oh no, we'll be right there. I'll be right there. It's almost 20 years. Maybe they'll get away with it. Is it a good time to add Amazon Disney? No, no. We got to wait for the market to stop. It's bleeding to death again right now. There's no bid on the market. Just fading away. Fading away. Hey, UVXY is over 10 again. You ain't getting me to buy stocks. By the way, how about that IC sell, huh? Now you understand? I wish I could flip. Does anybody can teach me how to use YouTube? See, now would be a great time, a great moment where I could flip to the charts. Let me show you something on the charts here. Blah, 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 blah. But it's just my dumb face. Maybe I'll just do charts and talk over the charts. You like that? You like that style where you don't have to look at my dumb head? Because I got the what's it called? The OBS, but I use it for something else. I don't know how to program anything. But I see. Now you know why I don't hold stocks into earnings reports. Nothing good ever comes out of it. And if it would have exploded to the upside without me, so be it. It's $1 away from where I originally bought it now. Yeah. But liquidity, man, it's where it's all about. I wouldn't park any money in this market right now. You're getting 4.2% in 3-month CDs. You're getting 3.5% in money market accounts now. By the way, if you have E-Trade, E-Trade has a premium savings account that's linked to your account. Coming in at 3.25 right now. 3.25. We were killing for 0.5% 6 months ago. Now you're getting 3.5. You know, it's where the money's at. Yeah. I'm just buying CDs. I'm looking at I'm gonna start looking at bonds on companies that I think are gonna survive. I was looking at PayPal bonds, corporate bonds that are now depressed a little bit, even like convertible bonds. So it has some uh tie to the stock. But I like free money with zero risk. Right now, it's you can go to, I'll give you one. You guys ready to lock up some money for 6 months? I got a bank. Fifth Third Bank out of Ohio, paying 4.5 for 6 months. That's the best right now. But if you live in Ohio, well, if you live in a couple of different states, you can't do it. But you just go through this. You go through these lists, and Valley National out of New Jersey is paying 4.45 now, which is the one I'm probably going to get involved in. But they're going to raise interest rates in December and again in January. So there's no way this market's rallying right now. These are just tradable bounces, and then we sell off, and then we tradable bounces, and then we sell off. We're inevitably headed down. And I still think we got to test the Josh Brown bottom. Q's looking at 253. And if the Q's don't hold 253, we're going to 235. And then we're in trouble. If we don't hold 235 on the Q's, we might give back the whole shebang. You're talking 185. Yeah, 185 on the Q's. That's where we're buying. You see 185 on the Q's, I'm talking that's 85 points down from here. You see Q's 185, I'm putting 1.8 mil into it. And I'm sitting back and I'm going to put my feet up on the desk for the next 2.5 years. And when they go back to 250, sold. 185. And don't think it's enough. It's out of the question. Nobody wants to own stock right now for more than a couple of days tops. When that starts to change, then maybe we'll start to see some stability. But right now it's pump, dump, dump, pump, pump, then dump, then pump, and round we go. And right now, as we're sitting here, we just rolled over and broke down under some significant support. As a matter of fact, it's getting uglier right now. Right? Yeah. But join me, my friends. Come on. This could be the most exciting 6 years of our lives. We'll kick ass in the market. And then your hero that showed you how to make money, I'll run for president. Come on. It could start with the 24 of us right now, or maybe probably 3 of you don't even live in this country. Come on. 6 years from now. Yeah, perfect. My daughter will be out of college. I probably won't ever get bored of watching the market. 6 years from now, hopefully I could, I'll start raising money, see where we are in 2024. Hopefully neither one of these maniacs are anywhere near Biden, please no. Trump, please no. Please God, no. Just, I would take, I can't say I'll take anybody. I wouldn't take Herschel Walker. Anybody but Trump or Biden. Nope. Actually, wait a minute. Anybody but Trump or Biden or Kamala Harris. Please, somebody wake that woman up and tell her that she's not smart. Stop talking. Stop talking. You're awful. Actually, I think she's the worst of the whole lot because she's demented. She's demented. And that's the only word for it. She's demented. She speaks as if she's smarter than everybody in the room. And she's clearly not. That's somebody to fear. And that's why I fear Trump. He really actually, he's so crazy that maybe he doesn't believe it. When he sits down, he says, "Man, I do a really great job at convincing people I know what I'm talking about." Maybe he does. Maybe that's what he says, which I wouldn't be surprised if this whole thing's an act. He probably didn't want to be president. He's like, I'm just going to call everybody names and be a douchebag, and these idiots will probably vote for me. And it worked. And the market's crashing. Son of a bitch! Damn it! Wow, we just broke under that support and nobody's home. Damn. Guess I should have shorted the cues while we're sitting here. That was major double bottom break. Bye-bye, stock market. But wouldn't it be awesome? Come on, we all gather together. We all talk philosophy. We don't hate on each other. We have intelligent debate. Intelligent debate doesn't exist anymore either. Not about opinion. Again, opinion and fact. It's a thin line there. People need to know the difference. Not the smartest guy. I don't know enough about everything, but I know what's insane. All right. Maybe my hair will grow back. I don't know. Have we ever had a bald? Never had a bald president, have we? Have we had a bald president? Maybe I'll wear a wig. I'll get one of them old timey wigs like George Washington or something. We had a bald president? I don't think so, right? Ever have a bald president? James Buchanan? Wasn't bald. Eisenhower. There you go. Right. I like IQ's bald. There you go. There you go. I wouldn't set a precedent, but all right. Somebody said I'm missing my nap. It's true. It's 1:30. I'm usually nodding off watching a Manifest in the other room or something. All right, kids. Keep it simple, y'all. Anybody wants to meet me in Pennsylvania? Speaking of Pennsylvania, I think it's December 9th. Anybody coming to Vegas with us? December 10th. Kenny Glick and his cop friends will be at the Trevose, Pennsylvania gun show at the Radisson Hotel on Old Lincoln Highway. Looking for a new battle sword. Man, I haven't seen a green tick go by in about 20 minutes. Nasty. They're catching everybody sleepwalking at 1:30. Market usually is just going nowhere at this time. We're just dropping. That's ugly. Wow. All right, man. Be careful out there. Yeah, Dwight. Yeah, Eisenhower was the closest to bald guy. I mean, I would have the greatest debates ever. I would be the best debater. Master debater. I'd be the master debater there is. Yeah. I'll ruin the joke. Peace out, man. And remember, mandatory Mondays. You'll love it. Mandatory Mondays. You wake up, there's a bong, there's a bowl on the side of your table. Hey, how'd that get there? Oh, right. Mandatory Mondays. Not only is weed legal, you're required to smoke on Mondays. And every day on my birthday, free weed day. Everybody gets a nickel bag. Sponsored by the government, of course, because the government will have the best weed. The G13 government sponsored weed, only the best. Hydroponics. You guys know about the G13? Go look it up. Government had some fucking good weed. It was hard to get. The G13. Oh, yeah. I know about it. I'm really leaving this time. See you guys. Good luck. I'll see you in cyberspace. Be careful out there. I'll see you next week.